Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I'm focusing on Mother's Day recipes. Now, what I've done is I'm joining up with a handful of other delicious YouTube channels, and we're creating a Mother's Day playlist for you guys. So you're gonna have lots of options to choose from. For my quick bite, I'm making a spinach, mushroom, and sourdough strata. If you're not familiar with a strata, it's basically an egg casserole. It has a bread pudding-like texture, and it's great for brunch because you can make it all the night before, and then in the morning, all you have to do is pop it in the oven. Now, there are a few steps involved with making a strata, so it requires a little bit of planning ahead. But remember, guys, we're making this for mom, so we gotta go the whole 9 yards, right? What I've got here is a large nonstick sauté pan, and to that I'm adding 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and we'll get that heated up over a medium-high heat. Once the oil's hot, in go 8 ounces of sliced cremini mushrooms, and then just let them be. The secret to browning mushrooms is to get them in the pan and then don't touch them. Don't move them around and don't add any salt until they're done. Because if you add the salt first, it pulls the liquid out of the mushrooms and they end up steaming and you never get those brown edges that you're looking for. This is how those steakhouses make their mushrooms. Once you've got your mushrooms lightly browned, you're gonna add in 2 cloves of crushed garlic, 1/4 cup of thinly sliced scallions, and then 1 16-ounce bag of frozen spinach that you've defrosted, drained, and then wrung the water out so it's nice and dry. Get that in the pan, give it a hit of salt, some fresh black pepper, then just bring it all together and shut off your heat. While these veggies cool down, we're gonna go work on the eggs. So you wanna grab a nice big bowl, and to that we're gonna add 5 eggs, 8 egg whites, which would be 1 cup if you're using pre-separated whites. Next up, 2 cups of milk, 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. I'm using a Swiss Gruyere mixture here. Give it a pinch of salt, a little black pepper. Then we're just gonna whisk this all together. Then just for the record, guys, this is a question I get a lot. You can always sub eggs for egg whites and egg whites for eggs. All you need to know is that for every 1 egg, you would use 2 whites, and for every 2 whites, you would use 1 egg. This way you can take any recipe and make it exactly the way you want it. Okay, once you've got that mixed well, you're gonna add in the cooled veggie mixture that we made, and 8 ounces of sourdough bread that you've cut into 1-inch cubes, just like this. And the older the bread, the better. So this is a great way to use up some old stale bread if you have it. Then just bring that together. Now, whenever I am working with a baguette, I always go with sourdough over, say, a French bread, because there's something in the fermentation process of sourdough bread that actually changes the starches in the bread. So it's a lot gentler on your body, doesn't spike blood sugar levels, and it's absolutely delicious. And we're gonna pour the whole thing into a 13 by 9 glass baking dish that you've either coated with a little cooking spray or some coconut oil. Then from here, you just need to pop a lid on it and then put this in the fridge for anywhere between 8 and 24 hours. I find the easiest way to do this is to make it at night before you're going to bed, and then when you wake up in the morning, it's ready to go. Then once it's been in the fridge between 8 and 24 hours, you can take the lid off, and what you're gonna notice is that the bread has absorbed a lot of that egg and liquid mixture, and now it's ready to go in the oven. So I'm gonna pop this whole thing into a 400-degree oven for 45 minutes. Now, I wanted to take a minute and talk about dairy with you guys, because a lot of times we hear we should be eating low-fat, no-fat dairy foods, and oftentimes that's exactly what I do and what I recommend. But as a believer in real whole foods, I've been giving this some thought lately, because in order to have a low-fat or no-fat dairy product, you have to take the natural fat out and add in additional sugars and stabilizers. So in my own world, I've been experimenting with just having the full-fat yogurt, the full-fat cheese, and having it a little less often. And that made me wonder, I'm curious, what do you do? I would really love if you take a second and let me know about it down in the comments below. Now you're gonna know it's done because you're gonna have these brown, crispy cubes of bread all over the top, and the eggs are gonna be set. And the best part of this dish is that you can serve it warm, cold, or room temperature, so it's super versatile. You got that crunchy bread on top with the custard bread in the middle, and then the spinach and the mushrooms with the ooey gooey cheese. Your mom is gonna love this one. For more simple and nutritious recipes, tips, and ideas, be sure come on over to cleananddelicious.com, where you can print all the recipes, save your favorites right to your very own personal recipe box, and subscribe to my newsletter. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Danny Spees, and I'll see you next time with another quick bite. And it's great for brunch because you can make it all the night before, and then come time to cook, you're not stuck in the cook. Woo, we did it.